Only fans, bro. Bro. Okay, I'll give you like. No. F6. No. I am talking about. My God. Stop it. Atom usage. Speedrun Minecraft. What is going on with this shit, bro? Yeah, bro. I don't know what's going on. To activate the reset and press. And quit or the fast reset button. Stop, reset, and quit button at the bottom left of the options menu. Bottom left of the options menu? Where? Oh. Alright, here's the problem, guys. Down. That's it. I need that to happen to me, dude. Also, try to no reset, guys. No reset.
Hear your sales pitch, Oliver. We're going home. He turned to walk back to the quietly idling car. Oliver's voice followed him through the night air.
That is in game.
The world is a dangerous place, Mr. Ash. We need all the help we can get. Peter just raised a hand in farewell.
There's no sound
behind the wheel and drove away. 73. June. It was a cool, clear October evening. A good night for an outdoor party. Peter had fussed over her all morning until she'd finally had enough and shooed him off to the kitchen, where he spent the afternoon making carnitas and black beans and cilantro rice and cinnamon ice cream. June went for a long bike ride, then checked in with Spark, who had installed herself in Kiko's hospital room at Freighter, while she negotiated with Longview about setting up a lab at their Northern California facility. June was happy to hear that Spark was driving a very hard bargain. At exactly 5 o'clock, Dinah and Lewis knocked on the door with 2 hungry boys, 3 bottles of red wine, and a bag of gorgeous fresh peaches that Lewis had somehow conjured up from somewhere in South America. Peter walked across the street and came back with Fran on his arm. Despite everything, June had tried to invite Dean Zedler, but after his classified conversation with Oliver, he'd stopped answering her calls. All she got was a single text message. Whatever you're into, it's out of my league. Regrets and good luck, Diz. They filled their glasses and assembled giant platters of food and carried everything through the sliding glass doors to the big deck cantilevered out over the ravine, where they sat around the bonfire that the boys had made. Mingus got his own plate. The flames flickered and danced and made wild shadows against the house and trees and the darkness beyond. When the ice cream was gone and the bowls and plates were stacked in the dishwasher and the few remaining leftovers were put away, Peter handed out striped Mexican blankets from the chest, and they all went back outside again. Mingus leaned against Fran's knees while she sipped at a glass of good scotch and told stories about her late husband, the bank robber. Dinah and Louis snuggled up against each other and drank wine from the neck of the bottle like teenagers. The boys threw a lighted frisbee back and forth in the street. June curled up on Peter's lap in the oversized Adirondack chair he had built, leaning into his warmth, his strong arms wrapped around her. Her neck was bruised and it still hurt to talk. The doctor had told her there was no permanent damage, and June hoped he was right. She wondered how long it would take for Edgar to stop showing up in her dreams. She still had Oliver's black phone in her pocket. "We're out of wine," Dinah announced. "There's more back at the house." She held out her hand for June. "Come with me?" They walked up the driveway together, arm in arm. Dinah said, "Do you think you'll stay in town?" "I don't know," June said. "We'd like to if we can." "I hope you do." Dinah pulled her to a stop. "Peter's good for Louis, and you're good for me." "We are?" June sighed. "That's nice of you to say, but it seems all we do is bring you trouble, this time especially. We put both you and Louis at terrible risk." Dinah smiled, her teeth bright in the night. "I know Louis loves me and those boys without reservation. That man would do anything for us. But he's got some demons in him too. Maybe it's the hard way he came up, the things he had to do to survive. Maybe he was born that way. But I also know he's got to find himself a righteous fight every once in a while to prove to himself that he's on the side of the angels. And with Peter..."
It's pretty underwhelming, honestly, bro.
She wrapped her arm tight around June's. "It scares the daylights out of me every time. When he's gone, I don't want to know what he's up to. I mean, I don't even want to think about it. But when he comes home, it's like he's washed clean." June thought of Peter that afternoon, cooking up a feast. Raggedy-ass jeans, soul music on the radio, dancing around the kitchen with a spatula in his hand. The most beautiful man in the world. He'd looked very different when he'd chased Edgar up the street after the van crash. Utterly focused, filled with intent and purpose and a fierce kind of joy, holding that goddamn crowbar like a flaming sword of vengeance. Then she remembered the look on his face in South Chicago.
This one just comes out like everyone here. Get a speedrun in 20 minutes. I was sub now, bro. I'm literally like walking around just trying to survive in the hardcore world, dude. What is going on here? Bro, I'm trying to recover. I haven't been speedrunning for like 2 years or something. Last time I speedrun was 1.16 just got out. And you know, I was just trying to get it under 30. Back then everyone's like 20, above 20. dream was still speedrunning. 1.20. I don't even know any new strats. I think I learned about how to speedrun Bastion back in 1.16. Wow, but in 1.20 the Bastion is different. It's what is it? Yeah, they have brutes. They got brutes. So I don't know. I will see if I can get in 1 hour, bro. 20 minutes is crazy for the new version. Ooh. Yo, I'm just like streaming for fun, so like it's really not a big deal, not a big deal. Wait, what's going on here? I'm also playing on MacBook. Oh, you don't speedrun? Okay. Well, the problem is I'm playing on MacBook, so if I use control, if I'm running and I hit stuff, it's gonna be left. It's gonna be right click. It's so stupid. And you cannot change the shortcuts because like it's just how MacBook works. It's built in the system, so you cannot change the shortcut. You actually can log in and log out if you like fall in love, but it does not give protection for. It does not give protection for. Oh, I mean that's not allowed anyway, right? I think in speedrunning, it's like a glitch or something. So they fixed that, I guess. I didn't know that. I thought it's like. I mean, it's a pretty ancient bug. They should fix it like years ago. They just fixed it now? Okay. W, I guess. Okay. Alright, this is not accurate. So it's back there. Alright. Bruh. I know how to do this. Hold on. You're really close. Alright. Oh shit. Okay, I need all the food. Do we have village? Oh yeah, we have a village. I totally passed that. Jesus. Yeah, again, I'm not really like speedrunning here. Like, I'm just playing as like a speedrunning style. And I'm telling you, if I pass this one, like, if I beat the dragon, I would just play this world as a, you know, as a regular hardcore. Because I want to play hardcore vanilla. That's what I want to do eventually. Alright, bye bye. Good night. Bad words? Oh yeah. It just it's too sweaty for me. PvP is too sweaty for me. Alright man, you have a good night, bro. They have no food in the village. It's crazy.
Chicago when she'd woken up on the floor in his arms.
Audiobooks. I hope I don't get copyright strike, bro.
Die, the depth of his relief when he saw that she would live. And she was alive. She was so goddamned alive that it almost hurt. She loved him more than she'd ever loved anyone or anything, and sometimes that hurt too. There was no helping it. She was his, and he was hers. That's just the way it was, and the way it was always going to be.
I need a...
She had no idea what the hell they'd do next. Did it matter? Wasn't that the whole point of the adventure? They found 2 more bottles of wine and walked back, still arm in arm. When they came around the corner of the garage, June found Peter standing in the flickering firelight, watching and waiting for her to come home. This is Stephen Mendel. We hope you have enjoyed this unabridged production of The Breaker by Nick Petrie. This program was directed by Olivia Mackenzie Smith, executive producer Dan Musselman, edited by John Marshall Media. Text copyright 2021 by Nicholas Petrie, LLC. Production copyright 2021 Penguin Random House, LLC. All rights reserved.
Shit, I finished the book. When she saw la 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 la, yeah. None of this is true. True. The Breaker. Like I don't even know what this book is about, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I just finished the book, but I don't know what it's talking about. I think something like a person is running away, stuff like that. But for real though, like it's not that attractive to me. Like it's pretty like how to say cliche. It's pretty cliche, you know. It's like Mission Impossible 007. Alright, let me just get some new books. Books. Give me some book. Some actual book available now. Audiobook. I think I listened to that before. So, A Court of Mist and Fury. Let me try this one. What is this book about?
Recorded Books and One Click Digital present A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas, narrated by Jennifer Ikeda. Maybe I'd always been broken and dark inside. Maybe someone who'd been born whole and good would put down the lash dagger and embraced death rather than what lay before me. There was blood everywhere. It was an effort to keep a grip on the dagger as my blood-soaked hand trembled, as I fractured bit by bit while the sprawled corpse of the high-based floor. I couldn't let go of the blade, couldn't move from my place before him. Good. Amarantha
Where's the
poured
fucking
from her
food?
throne. Again. There was another
Here we
ash
go.
dagger waiting, and another Fae kneeling, female. I knew the words she'd say, the prayer she'd recite. I knew I'd slaughtered her as I'd slaughtered the youth before me. To free them all, to free Tamlin, I would do it. I was the butcher of innocence and the savior of a land. Whenever you're ready, lovely Feyre, Amarantha drawled, her deep red hair as bright as the blood on my hands, on the marble. Murderer, butcher, monster, liar, deceiver. I didn't know who I meant. The lines between me and the queen had long since blurred. My fingers loosened on the dagger, and it clattered to the ground, splattering the spreading pool of blood. Flecks splashed onto my worn boots. Remnants of a mortal life so far behind me, it might as well have been one of my fever dreams these last few months. I faced the female waiting for death, that hood sagging over her head, her live body steady, braced for the end I was to give her, the sacrifice she was to become. I reached for the second ash dagger atop a black velvet pillow, its hilt icy in my warm, damp hand. The guards yanked off her hood. I knew the face that stared up at me. Knew the blue-gray eyes, the brown gold hair, the full mouth and sharp cheekbones. Knew the ears that had now become delicately arched, the limbs that had been streamlined, limbed with power, any human imperfections smoothed into a subtle, immortal glow. Knew the hollowness, the despair, the corruption that leaked from that face. My hands didn't tremble as I angled the dagger. As I gripped the fine-boned shoulder and gazed into that hated face, my face, and plunged the ash dagger into my
Just want to dig down at this point. Shit, I knew some moves.
Part 1. The House of Beasts. Chapter 1. I vomited into the toilet, hugging the cool sides, trying to contain the sounds of my retching. Moonlight leaked into the massive marble bathing room, providing the only illumination as I was quietly, thoroughly sick. Tamlin hadn't stirred as I'd jolted awake, and when I hadn't been able to tell the darkness of my chamber from the endless night of Amarantha's dungeons, when the cold sweat coating me felt like the blood of those fairies, I'd hurtled for the bathing room. I'd been here for 15 minutes now, waiting for the retching to subside, for the lingering tremors to spread apart and fade like ripples in a pool. Panting, I braced myself over the bowl, counting each breath. Only a nightmare. One of many, asleep and waking, that haunted me these days. It had been 3 months since Under the Mountain. 3 months of adjusting to my immortal body, to a world struggling to piece itself together after Amarantha had fractured it apart. I focused on my breathing. In through my nose, out through my mouth. Over and over. When it seemed like I was done heaving, I eased from the toilet, but didn't go far. Just to the adjacent wall, near the cracked window, where I could see the night sky, where the breeze could caress my sticky face. I leaned my head against the wall, flattening my hands against the chill marble floor. Real. This was real. I had survived. I'd made it out. Unless it was a dream. Just a fever dream in Amarantha's dungeons, and I'd awaken back in that cell, and I curled my knees to my chest. Real. Real. I mouthed the words. kept mouthing them until I could loosen my grip on my legs and lift my head. Pain splintered through my hands. I'd somehow curled them into fists so tight my nails were close to puncturing my skin. Immortal strength. More a curse than a gift. I'd dented and folded every piece of silverware I'd touched for 3 days upon returning here. Had tripped over my longer, faster legs so often that Alice had removed any irreplaceable valuables from my rooms. She'd been particularly grumpy about me knocking over a table with an 800-year-old vase, and had shattered not 1, not 2, but 5 glass doors merely by accidentally closing them too hard. Sighing through my nose, I unfolded my fingers. My right hand was plain, smooth, perfectly fey. I tilted my left hand over, the whorls of dark ink coating my fingers, my wrist, my forearm all the way to the elbow, soaking up the darkness of the room. The eye etched into the center of my palm seemed to watch me, calm and cunning as a cat, its slitted pupil wider than it had been earlier that day, as if it adjusted to the light, as any ordinary eye would. I scowled at whoever might be watching through that tattoo. I hadn't heard from Reese in the 3 months I'd been here. Not a whisper. I hadn't dared ask Tamlin or Lucian or anyone, lest it would somehow summon the High Lord of the Night Court, somehow remind him of the fool's bargain I'd struck under the mountain. 1 week with him every month in exchange for his saving me from the brink of death. But even if Reese had miraculously forgotten, I never could. Nor could Tamlin, Lucian, or anyone else. Not with the tattoo. Even if Reese, at the end, even if he hadn't been exactly an enemy. To Tamlin, yes. To every other court out there, yes.
Shit.
So few went over the borders of the Night Court and lived to tell. No one really knew what existed in the northernmost part of Pripyan. Mountains and darkness and stars and death. But I hadn't felt like Rhysand's enemy the last time I'd spoken to him in the hours after Amarantha's defeat. I'd told no one about that meeting, what he'd said to me, what I'd confessed to him. Be glad of you.
Yeah, I don't remember how to do a nether portal. Shit. I don't think I do it here. Like, I'm gonna do it like
squeezed my fingers into a fist,
somewhere around.
blocking out that eye, the tattoo. I uncoiled my feet and flushed the toilet before padding to the sink to rinse out my mouth.
I may need water, to be honest.
I wished I felt nothing. I wished my human heart had been changed with the rest of me, made into immortal marble, instead of the shredded bit of blackness that it now was, leaking its ichor into me. Tamlin remained asleep as I crept back into my darkened bedroom, his naked body sprawled across the mattress. For a moment, I just admired the powerful muscles of his back, so lovingly traced by the moonlight. His golden hair, musked with sleep, and the fingers I'd run through it while we made love earlier.
Wait, hold on.
For him, I'd done this. For him, I'd gladly wrecked myself and my immortal soul. And now I had eternity to live with it. I continued to the bed, each step heavier, harder. The sheets were now cool and dry, and I slipped in, curling my back to him, wrapping my arms around myself. His breathing was deep, even. But with my fey ears, sometimes I wondered if I heard his breath catch, only for a heartbeat. I never had the nerve to ask if he was awake. He never woke when the nightmares dragged me from sleep. Never woke when I vomited my guts up night after night. If he knew or heard, he said nothing about it. I knew similar dreams chased him from his slumber as often as I fled from mine. The first time it had happened, I'd awoken, tried to speak to him, and he'd shaken off my touch, his skin clammy, and had shifted into that beast of fur and claws and horns and fangs. He'd spent the rest of the night sprawled across the foot of the bed, monitoring the door, the wall of windows. He'd since spent many nights like that. Curled in the bed, I pulled the blanket higher, craving its warmth against the chill night. It had become our unspoken agreement not to let Amarantha win by acknowledging that she still tormented us in our dreams and waking hours.
Shit.
It was easier to not have to explain anyway. To not have to tell him that though I'd freed him, saved his people and all of Prithian from Amarantha, I'd broken myself apart. And I didn't think even eternity would be long enough to fix me. Chapter 2. I want to go. No. I crossed my arms, tucking my tattooed hand under my right bicep, and spread my feet slightly further apart on the dirt floor of the stables. It's been 3 months. Nothing's happened, and the village isn't even 5 miles. No. The mid-morning sun streaming through the stable doors burnished Tamlin's golden hair as he finished buckling the bandolier of daggers across his chest. His face, ruggedly handsome, exactly as I'd dreamed it during those long months he'd worn a mask, was set, his lips a thin line.
It's already 24 minutes, I'm still overworked.
Already atop his dapple gray.
Well, I mean, it's, you know. So.
That's why he didn't let me do the wait, that's not. Like, what I go down below? Oh. Is there anything in here? Look, look.
Soldier, go pee. Go pee. Stay very bad.
Oh, it is. Times Magazine Game of the Year is Dragon Age? Is this true? No way. Somebody actually linked to the article. The top 10 best video games of 2024. Okay? Helldivers 2. This is number 9 best game of the year. 34 people. Is this a joke? Like, does this Richard guy even play fucking video games? So, Lego Horizon Adventures, Star Wars Outlaws, Alan Wake 2, okay. He liked the other one, Never. Silent Hill 2, okay, that's fine. Final Fantasy Rebirth, Astrobot. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. It's just a list of games that he played this year. While some may miss the more politically charged narrative of its predecessor, yeah, definitely there's no politics at all. This might be the worst list that I've ever seen. Dragon Age the Veilguard, #1 game of the year.
You're really nice. And, you smell good.
Oh, thank you.
Really good.
Never heard of it. Bad idea. No. Fantasy. Alright, back to the game, bro. Wait, hold on. Let me just do this real quick. What is it? Oh yeah, the story. I want to make it like they are trying to find a way to exploit it. Intelligibility. Ooh. Here we go. We're in Nether now. Ooh, let me see what this build is. Let me just go Go north a little bit more. Huh. 怎么说呢？我不想。不是很想。Alright, how do I do this? Talking about. Let's go to north. Want to. Shit. I was gonna tell you.
A horse, along with 3 other Fey Lord sentries, Lucian silently shook his head in warning, his metal eye narrowing. "Don't push him," he seemed to say. But as Tamlin strode toward where his black stallion had already been saddled, I gritted my teeth and stormed after him. "The village needs all the help it can get. And we're still hunting down Amarantha's beasts," he said, mounting his horse in one fluid motion. Sometimes I wondered if the horses were just to maintain an appearance of civility, of normalcy, to pretend that he couldn't run faster than them, didn't live with one foot in the forest. His green eyes were like chips of ice as the stallion started into a walk. "I don't have the sentries to spare to escort you." I lunged for the bridle. "I don't need an escort." My grip tightened on the leather as I tugged the horse to a stop, and the golden ring on my finger, along with the square-cut emerald glittering atop it, flashed in the sun. It had been 2 months since Tamlin had proposed. 2 months of enduring presentations about flowers and clothes and seating arrangements and food. I'd had a small reprieve a week ago, thanks to the winter solstice, though I'd traded contemplating lace and silk for selecting evergreen wreaths and garlands. But at least it had been a break. 3 days of feasting and drinking and exchanging small presents, culminating in a long, rather odious ceremony atop the foothills on the longest night to escort us from one year to another as the sun died and was born anew. Or something like that. Celebrating a winter holiday in a place that was permanently entrenched in spring hadn't done much to improve my general lack of festive cheer. I hadn't particularly listened to the explanations of its origins, and the Fae themselves debated whether it had emerged from the winter court or day court. Both now claimed it as their holiest holiday. All I really knew was that I'd had to endure 2 ceremonies, one at sunset to begin that endless night of presents and dancing and drinking in honor of the old sun's death, and one at the following dawn, bleary-eyed and feet aching, to welcome the sun's rebirth. It was bad enough that I'd been required to stand before the gathered courtiers and lesser fairies while Tamlin made as many toasts and salutes. Mentioning that my birthday had also fallen on that longest night of the year was a fact I'd conveniently forgotten to tell anyone. I'd received enough presents anyway, and would no doubt receive many, many more on my wedding day. I had little use for so many things. Now, only
the hell? Shit. Going to the east right now, guys. Oh, shit. I hate this fucking... I need to like stand high and see if I can find any structure. Nope, nothing. Well, going that way, see how it goes. Oh, I hate that motherfucker. Don't want to fight with that, but okay, guys. Oh shit. Hold on, am I digging again? No, I won't dig again, so too slow. Alright, here we go. Oh shit. I'll take the risk. Ooh. I need a bastion, I think. Be nice if I get a bastion. Damn. The damage is crazy though, what the fuck? bombastic, bro. Get out. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm gonna need something. Hold on. Did he just quit it? Oh my god. I mean... Shit. Because... I used the command Q, bro. It was command Q, guys. It was accident. Chilling, guys, we're chilling. So here's what's gonna happen. Trade. This, boom. Then we're chilling. Hello guys, what's up? I'm just here, I'm just chilling. I'm just chill guy trying to, you know, find a bastion and get a ton of gold and trying to trade with your uncles. You know, I need to save it, you know, save my shit. I don't know when I can find those bastion, dude. Oh. Yeah, or we can change our plan now. Bro, it's so annoying because Oh yeah, I found the... How do I get there though? Oh shit. What the fuck? Shit, how do I get out there, dude? Oh shit. Well, fuck you.